What is up, everybody? This is JP representing jpfitnesspro.com. I am currently training at a self-made training facility in San Marcos, California. If you want one-on-one training, small group training, online training, or a custom nutrition meal plan, please head to my website, or you can contact me on any of my social media pages. All right, today's video is going to be about eccentric time under tension in regards to strength. I just did a video on this, and I kind of lightly touched up on the subject on my last video when I mainly talked about hypertrophy, but I'm gonna go over strength specifically in this video. My last video, to sum it up, is that going slow on the eccentric portion with a weight that's not higher than your 1 rep max for your concentric or isometric 1 rep maxes, you're not technically overloading the eccentric, and that going slow to increase time under tension to hopefully get a greater hypertrophic effect and gain more muscle isn't necessarily the best thing to do in all cases, especially if you have a lower impulse or if you're sacrificing volume. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you do that. But in regards to strength, that's different. Now, this is going to be a lot simpler and a shorter of a video, and I'm going to get straight to the point, is that when you're doing strength-based exercise, your goal is numbers. You want to lift the greatest load possible. Now, I don't mean to sacrifice everything to get those loads. Obviously, there's probably going to be some depth that you want to hit for yourself, because again, if you just unrack a bar, go down an inch and come back up, even if you're not doing a powerlifting competition, even if you're not doing any type of competition and it's just you in a gym, you're probably not going to be too proud of that. You're probably, whatever your personal gauges are on yourself, maybe you like going just an inch above the chest, and then once you get to that depth, you count that for yourself. So you might have personal depths you have to hit in regards to you counting it as your new PR, or you might be something more strict where you have a bet with a friend and you guys are setting specific depths, or even further than that, you might be a power lifter where you have judges judging your depth, and if you want the 3 white lights, you're going to have to hit a specific depth. So when it comes to lowering the bar or eccentric speed, just go as fast as you can. In my opinion, this is how I would word it: as fast as you can, where you can keep complete control of the load, and it helps you get out of the hole with the best results. Now, the reason I say as fast as you can, that doesn't necessarily mean fast, just as fast as you can without going too fast or too slow. Let me give you an example. If you unrack the bar and you go as fast as you can, and you just drop to the ground, then all that means is that, again, you're gonna ruin your lift. You're gonna ruin your setup. Everything that you walked out with the bar, you're just gonna ruin it. Again, your goal with strength is, there's a lot of things that go into strength, but let me give you one example: stability. You want to be as stable as you can. The higher the stability, the better. When you have really high stability, you can drive as much force through the ground to be able to increase the load that you can lift. So if you just unrack the bar, let's just say during a squat, and you just drop to the ground, let me give you an example. And don't judge my depth. I haven't done a warm-up and I'm wearing joggers right now. But if you just take the bar, you get under it, and then you unrack the bar, and you just, let's just assume I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna make this look bad on purpose, but if you just come down and you just drop real quick, one, you're gonna have a really ugly looking squat, and on top of that, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. One, you're gonna have an ugly looking squat. 2, your form's probably gonna be shit, which leads to injury. And 3, especially if you're in a powerlifting competition or something like that, it's hard to gauge depth when it's done so quick. You might even hit depth with a really ugly looking squat like I just did, but if the judges can't clearly see that you hit depth, you might get 2 red lights when 1 more white light would have helped you get a good lift. So again, when you have a very fast lift, a lot of things could go wrong. Now, if you have a really slow lift, let's just say, I'll get under the bar and I'll show you. If you get under the bar, you unrack it, and then you have a really slow lift. Again, don't judge my depth. I haven't done a warm-up or anything. But if you have a really slow lift, all that's going to do is waste energy, and it's going to make you, again, let's just assume, let's exaggerate to make a point. Let's just say you took 20 seconds on the way down. By the time you came out the hole, you're going to be too tired. Again, you got to think of the energy systems used for maximal lifts they approximately last up to 10 seconds. You know, when you start going outside 10 seconds, you're probably not going to be able to lift your actual true maximal load. Again, we only have so much adenosine triphosphate inside our bodies to be able to lift maximal loads, because adenosine triphosphate is a particularly heavy molecule. That's why humans don't hold that much of it, and we have to generate ATP through other mechanisms like the phosphagen system, or through the glycogen system, so through glycolysis. So again, you don't want to take too long going down either, because you're just going to get too tired, you're going to be too fatigued, and it's going to kind of mask what your true 1 rep max is. So again, what I recommend is you go down as fast as you can while keeping 100% control of the load that you're trying to lift. And this goes true for a bench press, a squat, not so much deadlift, because again, a deadlift is on the way up. You can't drop the bar at the top of the lift for a deadlift if you're doing a powerlifting competition. But again, if you just have hold of the bar and you drop it, you'll be fine. I don't mean let go drop it, I mean you set it down heavy, pretty hard. But at least in bench press, squat, and other lifts where you have to deal with the eccentric portion first, again, when I say as fast as possible, as fast as you can while keeping 100% control, that doesn't necessarily mean fast. I don't want you guys to mistake me and say that, oh, he said to go fast. No. The thing is, if you can go pretty fast in the hole, make it look very clean, have 100% control, why would you not do that? You're going to take better advantage of that stretch shortening cycle from that squat, for one. Two, you're going to waste the least amount of energy going in the hole and coming out of the hole, which is probably going to increase your 1 rep max by a little bit. Now, if the fastest that you can go to keep 100% control of the load is still pretty slow, that's fine. Because again, for you, you might be someone who has to go kind of slow, and that's the fastest you can go. And any faster is just going to make you have a worse lift. So again, you're trying to, again, not go too slow, not go too fast, but if this is where it comes down to you as an individual. Maybe test it out with a somewhat heavy load, but not maybe a really heavy load, and just see exactly how it feels out. Again, that's today's video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, please leave them down below, but I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.